The Harvard Caps Harris poll from October shows that this Harris has the slight lead, but back in September it showed a tied race. I know it's neck and neck. I know it's within the margin of error, but if you're the Trump campaign, you're seeing that she's breaking away ever so slightly, but still breaking away. What are you thinking this close to November 5th?
Well, you're thinking that we're going to hit as many rallies, spend as much money in the swing states. I mean, you're just going to go all out. It's late to change strategies. I don't think either campaign needs a risky game changer. What they've got to do is execute really well. I think the biggest, another, tactical weakness I think here on the Trump campaign is what I call the math of mail-in voting. All right, so if you think about it, if if half the people vote by mail and then half the people show up at the polls and it's well distributed, then mail-in voting doesn't have an impact. But if most of, say, the Democrats vote by mail, most of the Republicans show up in person, there's a fall off in in-person voting. And so 10% of the people who plan to get to the polls don't get there. And if those are disproportionately Republican, I think the Republicans have been losing 1 to 2 points in letting their vote be cast on election day, while the Democrats have been 100% certain banking their votes through mail-in votes. So to the extent, and in this poll, it showed, at least in the swing states, that actually the Republicans had equalized the mail-in vote factor. But that's a very important factor in a race this close.
And when you're thinking about early voting, because that has started in some states throughout the country, what are you looking at between now and November 5th? Because I was just speaking with someone earlier who was a data guy, and he said, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. We all want answers from this in-person voting. However, you're not going to get much. But when you're looking at it, what do you glean from those numbers?
Well, look, I glean that right now, mail-in voting is reasonably popular. Democrats are more comfortable with it than Republicans. That, as I said, is a definite problem for Republicans because of the kid gets sick, you forget it's election day, you got to go to work, you can't go. There are all these things that happen compared to this. So I think as you look at those numbers, the fact that we showed it a lot closer, really makes a difference. But voters like mail-in voting. It's sort of here to stay. But it does have this unexpected impact if people of both parties don't equally participate in mail-in voting. It advantages the party that gets their votes in by mail because those votes are 100% certain to be there.